Hey there, Annalise. It's your beloved Grandma.
Hey, Grandma. Thanks for the message. Did you get used to your new smartphone yet?
You betcha.
I can't believe how quickly you got used to writing messages even though it's your first time having one. You got the hang of it quicker than some of my school friends.
I know, right? There's only one explanation for it. I must be a genius. It was the same back when I got my first flip phone. All of the girls from the bingo hall were flabbergasted by how quickly I got to grips with it. I've always been a dab hand with technology.
Really? That's impressive. You should have bought one earlier if you're this much of a natural.
It's fine, dear. There really wasn't any need. But these days, the world's becoming so dependent on these gadgets that it's getting hard to live without them. Even tickets for live music are electronic now. QR codes this, electronic passes that. It's difficult to exist in this day and age without a smartphone.
Right. I heard you like going to watch live K-pop performances. You're like a teenager.
Right? K-pop keeps you young, my dear. I have another show lined up in August. I'm finally going to see Black Peeps.
Wow, really? That sounds like a blast. I bet you'll love it. I want to go watch live K-pop too.
I know, darling, but you have too many responsibilities right now to afford to spend time at music festivals. You have your exams coming up soon, right? I don't want to make you feel pressured, but how well you do on these will determine the course of the rest of your life. You can have fun going to concerts once your exams are over.
I'm studying really hard, Grandma. I always get the highest grades in my class.
Wow, you do? That's my Annalise. You really are your father's daughter. Thank God you didn't end up taking after your mom. What a nightmare that would have been.
Why? What's bad about taking after my mom? Mom's just as clever as Dad is.
I wonder. Didn't your mom graduate a second-rate college? No matter which way you look at it, she's vastly inferior to your father. You ending up like her is the last thing we need.
Ending up like her? What's that supposed to mean? Is this why you messaged me to insult my mom?
No, it's not like that at all. Forget I said anything, darling. Will you be coming over to your grandmother's house for Thanksgiving this year?
Yeah. I have my exams coming up soon, though, so I probably shouldn't be wasting time on Thanksgiving celebrations.
Don't be silly, dear. It's good to let your hair down sometimes.
I can't afford to let my guard down. If I slack off once, I might fall into the habit and get lazy.
You normally take your studies very seriously, don't you? If studying is already part of your daily routine, I think you'll be absolutely fine. A study routine you developed over the course of years and months isn't going to fall apart because you spend a measly 3 days enjoying time with your family. Besides, we have your dad's old desk here, so if you're really that worried, you can study while you're here.
Yeah, Dad mentioned that too, but still.
Annalise, this is the first time the entire family will have been gathered together in years, and we have a duty to make the most of it. I just know we're going to have a whale of a time. We'll probably never get another chance like this again, so I absolutely will not hear any more about you not coming. You're going to eat my delicious Thanksgiving dinner, and that's the end of it.
Am I allowed to study whenever we're not eating?
Of course you are, darling. Anyway, what time will you be leaving for my house? I was told you'll all be coming a day early so we can spend as much family time together as possible. I was thinking of ordering you burger and fries on the first day. Of course, I want to avoid eating anything substantial on the day itself because we'll all be having a big, sumptuous, home-cooked dinner together.
Mom said we'll be leaving first thing on the 23rd, so I guess we'll probably arrive around lunchtime.
The 23rd? Weren't you coming on the 22nd? I was told you'd all be staying with me from the 22nd to the 26th.
Well, I was told the 23rd.
That's strange. Is your mother there?
Yeah, why?
Be a darling and pass her your phone. I want to confirm with her.
Hello, Betty.
Victoria?
Yep, it's me.
Aren't you coming over for Thanksgiving on the 22nd? Annalise just told me the 23rd.
Yep, we're coming on the 23rd.
Are you sure you're not getting this wrong? My Timothy told me the 22nd.
Oh, he did? He must have told you wrong. We're leaving on the morning of the 23rd.
How could you do this to me? I made plans for the festivities to start on the 22nd, because that's when I thought you were coming. I was going to order burgers for everyone.
I'm sorry, Betty.
Goodness gracious me, Victoria, I do wish you were more organized. Do you think I don't have a life of my own to live? I turned down social invites from friends to have you all over on the 22nd.
I'm really sorry about this. I hope it doesn't mess up your schedule too much.
I suppose I shouldn't be too hard on you. It's hardly a surprise that someone who graduated a second-rate college would be this disorganized and unreliable. But still, imagine struggling with something as basic as simple communication. It's a wonder you even made it this far in life. Your disorderly schedule-keeping habits betray your lower-class upbringing.
But it didn't have anything to do with me. It was Tim who told you the wrong day.
Don't but me, young lady. You're his wife, and a good wife is like a secretary. It's your job to confirm his schedule. No ifs, no buts. He works full-time to make sure you have food on the table and a roof over your head. Do you really think he has that kind of luxury? You're so sloppy, it makes me sick.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Has there ever been a wife as useless as you? I'm starting to doubt it. To think my poor son married you, I'll never know what possessed him to make such an irresponsible decision. He normally acts so intelligently. I'm just grateful Annalise didn't end up taking after you.
Yeah, she's the spitting image of her dad. Their personalities are super similar, too. They're both really clever.
Exactly. I take it you'll be sending her to an elite high school? She'll ace everything they throw at her because she takes after my Timothy.
I couldn't agree more. She studies really hard every single day, and I'm very proud of her. There's nothing she can't do when she puts her mind to it.
Right? Just now, she told me she even wants to study on Thanksgiving. Truly, she's one in a million. My Timothy's genes are definitely stronger in her. I have high hopes for her future.
Right, me too. Anyway, we'll be seeing you on the 23rd for Thanksgiving. We're all looking forward to it.
Hey, you! What the heck do you think you're playing at? What have you been teaching my granddaughter? You're a failure as a parent.
Hi, Betty. I'm not sure what you mean. Would you mind elaborating?
How long do you and my son plan on staying out grocery shopping? You'll never believe what Annalise did while you were away. This is outrageous.
She did something? What did she do?
She threw one of the meals I cooked in the garbage.
Huh? What do you mean?
She said it was because the salsa side dish I made was too spicy. I know you and her don't like spicy foods, which is why I made you both a separate, milder version. But she threw the spicy one in the trash.
Really? Why would she do such a thing?
I have no idea, Victoria. Why don't you tell me? I spent hours slaving over a hot stove to make sure this Thanksgiving dinner was a huge success. How could she be so immature? I thought she was better than this. Is she really 15? Because she acts 5.
I'm really sorry about this, Betty. What's Annalise doing now?
She locked herself in the study and won't come out. What's worse, she seems to have absolutely no intention of apologizing whatsoever. She won't even speak to me, for crying out loud. She's completely ignoring me. You should know I've already told the rest of the family about this little stunt of hers. All of our relatives are furious with her.
Just hold on. Me and Tim will be back as soon as we can.
Yes, make sure you are. I can't believe this. This was supposed to be a special family get-together where we all laughed and joked and made merry over some good food. But that little brat has gone and ruined everything with her disgraceful behavior.
Betty, hold on a second. Do you have any idea why she might have done it other than it being spicy? Annalise has a good head on her shoulders, and she's very mature for her age. I find it hard to believe she'd do something so extreme without good reason. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary before Tim and I went out shopping.
I don't know why she did it. She just tossed it in the garbage and started glaring at me. You should have seen the look on her face. Pure hatred, I tell you. What on earth is wrong with that girl?
I see. I'm so sorry she did that. Me and Tim are going to talk to her as soon as we get back.
If you're going to tell her off, you can do it right now. I've heard of rebellious phases, but this crosses the line. Back in my day, she'd have gotten 20 cracks of the belt for this. I knew it. I never wanted to accept it was possible, but I can't bury my head in the sand anymore. This was always going to happen with you as her mother. This clearly happened because she inherited your barbaric peasant genes.
I can't apologize enough for what she did. But I know that Annalise isn't the kind of girl to throw someone's kindness back in their face like that. There has to be a reason. There's no smoke without fire. That said, even if she did have her reasons, throwing your cooking in the trash was totally unacceptable.
No shit, Captain Obvious. I am livid. You know what? I've had it. I won't even forgive her if she apologizes. I had such high hopes for that girl. Words can't describe my disappointment. I had no idea she was such an uncivilized savage.
I'm gonna message her right away. I'm so sorry, Betty.
If you're going to apologize, then at least do it properly. I want you to apologize to me in person, to my face. If Annalise doesn't apologize to me, neither of you will be getting any supper tonight. Do you hear me? No supper.
Annalise, I just heard what happened. Can you explain what's going on? Why did you throw away your grandma's salsa?
Did she message you?
Yes, she's absolutely livid.
I know that. She went crazy at me when I did it. Her face was bright red. She looked like a demon.
Do not call your grandmother a demon. Throwing a meal someone worked very hard to cook in the garbage like that is extremely rude, hurtful, and completely unacceptable, Annalise. It's only natural she'd be angry with you. You're coming with me, and we're going to apologize to her right now. You know what you did was wrong, don't you?
Sure, I accept that it's rude to throw people's cooking in the trash, but I don't think what I did was wrong. I'm not saying sorry. You would have ended up in the hospital if you ate that stuff.
Huh? Ended up in the hospital? What's that supposed to mean?
She put something in the salsa that was meant for me and you. I saw her. We would have gotten sick if we ate it.
What do you mean she put something in it? Like what? What are you talking about?
I think it was pesticide or rat poison or something. I saw her mixing it into the salsa. That's why I tossed it in the garbage. I'm guessing she was trying to send us to the hospital because she didn't want us there for the Thanksgiving dinner.
But why would she do such a thing? Are you aware of how crazy that sounds? Are you sure you're not making some kind of misunderstanding here? Your grandma loves you to bits. You know she does. She dotes on you more than anyone.
But she hates you. The only reason she was nice to me before is because she thought I took after Dad. That all changed yesterday.
Why? What happened yesterday?
Grandma was saying all kinds of mean, horrible things about you last night, just like usual. I've heard it a million times before, but for some reason I just saw red this time. My anger overwhelmed me, and I finally told her what I really thought of her. I let her have it, Mom. I let her have it big time. I think she hates me now. She's been giving me the cold shoulder ever since.
What did you say to her?
I told her I think you're the best mom in the world, and I'm proud to be your daughter. I said I'm glad I didn't turn into a toxic, hateful witch like her. I said I feel sad that I'm related to someone so horrible. Then I told her I hate her and never want to see her again.
Wow, I see. Well, that explains why she got mad.
I couldn't take it anymore, Mom. I was sick and tired of holding my tongue all the time. Her attitude towards you is awful. Not only that, but who the hell tries to poison someone just because they're mad someone had the nerve to speak their mind? She's crazy.
But if that's why you did it, why didn't you tell the rest of the family?
Because she flipped out at me and started shouting so loud that I couldn't even find an opening to explain myself. I gave up and decided to leave it alone until I could explain to you and Dad when you got back.
So that's what happened. Wow, Annalise, I have to say I'm pretty shocked. But I always knew you were strong-willed. You're bold and gutsy, just like your dad.
Make sure Dad knows what really happened, too. I don't want him to think I'm the kind of person who'd do something so crazy without good reason.
Don't worry, Annalise. Both me and your dad had a feeling there was more to the story than what your grandma was telling us. Still, I never saw this coming. Talk about a bolt out of the blue.
Are you mad with me?
I'm mad, but I'm not mad with you. I know you were just trying to protect me. Your dad and I could never be angry with you for that. Thank you for standing up to your grandma on my behalf, sweetie. I can't tell you how much it means that you do that for me.
I had to remake my salsa from scratch because of that unruly little brat of yours. She's out of control, I tell you. When will you and my Timothy be coming back? Hurry up, get your asses back here and make the demon child apologize.
Sorry, Betty, we already went home.
Excuse me? You went home? When? Why? Where are you now?
One thing's for sure, we're not at your house anymore. We all snuck out and drove away while you weren't looking. We just arrived back home.
You're at home? What the hell do you think you're playing at, woman? I never gave you permission to leave. You think you get to run away before I get my apology? Look at you, you pathetic, sniveling coward. Looks like the apple didn't fall far from the tree with you and the demon brat. I've had it with the both of you.
By the way, you should know that me, Tim, and Annalise weren't the only ones who went home.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Haven't you realized? There's no one left at your house. Have you been in the living room?
What in God's name are you talking about?
All of your relatives left while you were preparing food in the kitchen. None of them wanted to risk eating your cooking.
Oh my God! Why on earth would everyone go home? Explain yourself. What did you do?
Are you telling me you didn't notice almost a dozen people walking out of your front door and driving away? You must really be focused on the cooking, huh? I wonder why. Could it be that you weren't really focusing on the cooking at all, but trying to poison me and my daughter?
Poison you? What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The reason Annalise threw your salsa in the trash is because she saw you mixing something suspicious into it. She did what she did to protect me.
What are you talking about, woman? This is crazy talk, I tell you. I'd never do anything like that. Don't say such slanderous things. Are you trying to damage my good reputation? I'll have your head on a plate for this.
You can drop the phony outrage now. I found the trash bag with the salsa in it and emptied it out on the lawn in front of your house. Some bugs started gathering to eat it, but within a few minutes, they all stopped moving. There was clearly something very potent and not fit for human consumption in that salsa. You spiked it with pesticide, didn't you?
No, if there was anything in there, it had nothing to do with me. I don't have the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
There's just one slight problem with that. Everyone who was at the house saw you cooking. You're the only one who could have possibly poisoned that salsa. Our relatives were so shocked when they heard what you'd done, their jaws practically hit the floor. Tim encouraged everyone to go home. He had no choice but to cancel this year's Thanksgiving due to your dangerous, deranged behavior.
That's why everyone went home? But they all went out of their way to drive here and spend the day with me.
It's hardly a surprise that no one would want to stick around to find out whether their food had been poisoned too. You can't blame them for having trust issues after what you did. At least half of the guests had kids with them. If anything, it'd be weirder if they wanted to stay.
You mean you made everyone think I'd poisoned their food? There's no way I'd do something like that. Why did you have to go and give them the wrong idea? You've turned my entire family against me.
How can you say that there's no way you would do something like that when that's literally what you did today? What's worse, you tried to paint Annalise as the villain because she was clever enough to figure out what you were planning on doing. You're supposed to be a responsible adult, but you're nothing but a disgrace, you vile, reprehensible excuse for a human being. It's bad enough that you tried to poison me and my daughter in the first place. The fact that you try and blame a 15-year-old kid to save your ass leaves me no choice but to conclude you're totally irredeemable and shouldn't be associated with under any circumstances. Both of our families are disgusted with and terrified of you in equal measure.
God damn it! Why did you have to go blowing it out of proportion to everyone? Sure, that stuff might have made you sick, but there wouldn't have been any serious side effects. It was just a prank, just a lighthearted prank to brighten up the mood a little on Thanksgiving. Why so serious? Can't you even have a joke with someone these days? I figured Annalise should be the butt of the joke by way of teaching her a lesson for being so impertinent and disrespectful towards me. You're her mother, so naturally you bear some of the responsibility for her attitude.
She told me all about how she stood up to you. She said she gave you what for because she finally got tired of listening to you badmouth me all the time. It's hardly surprising she'd be pissed off with you for constantly insulting her mom to her face like that. I mean, who even does that? Just how rotten and black-hearted are you?
Who the hell do you think you are? You will speak to me with the proper respect, young lady. I'm your mother-in-law and superior, and you will fix this disgraceful attitude of yours immediately.
Just because you're my mom-in-law doesn't mean you can say and do whatever you please to me. There's a thing called basic human decency, and you seem to be sorely lacking in it. I won't deny I hold some of the responsibility in this for keeping quiet and tolerating your bullshit for so long. I didn't want to rock the boat for Annalise's sake. But it turns out she's actually hated you for a long, long time because of how you treat me.
What? My own granddaughter hates me?
Yep, she was hiding her true feelings towards you this whole time. She knew that if she said anything to upset you, I'd be the one who got it in the neck. But she won't have to carry on tolerating you anymore. Me, Tim, and Annalise are never coming to your house again.
What? You're never coming here again? No, what are you saying? This is absurd.
I'm not saying anything. This was Tim's idea. Even your own son hates you, Betty. He said we're cutting you out of our lives for our own safety. I mean, please, how did you think he was going to react to you trying to poison his wife and daughter? With gratitude? This will be the last time we ever speak.
No. Are you joking? Please tell me you're joking. No. Come back, please. Just come back and let's talk this through like sensible, mature adults. You can't do this. You haven't given me a chance to defend myself. Oh, how could you be so horrible?
Us? Horrible? You seem to be forgetting the small detail of you trying to feed me and my daughter pesticide-laced salsa. Something tells me none of our relatives are ever going to be spending another Thanksgiving at your house. I hope you're used to being alone. Not just at Thanksgiving either.
No, stop this, please! You're ostracizing me from my entire social circle here, Victoria. Don't you understand the gravity of this situation? Do you have any idea how bad this is going to be for my mental health? Why should I lose my whole family over this? What you're doing is preposterous and immoral. You and that demon brat have ruined my Thanksgiving, and now you're trying to ruin my life.
Wait, hold on a sec. So you tried to poison us, but you're the one getting mad? You clearly have no intention of apologizing. Whatever, I don't care. It's not like we'd forgive you even if you did. Goodbye forever, Betty.
No, wait, what am I supposed to do about this enormous turkey I bought? You can't not eat turkey on Thanksgiving, it's a sin. You really think you just get to leave and go home after I bought all these expensive ingredients to feed you all?
Don't worry, we got a hold of a turkey on the way home from one of Tim's friends who runs a farm. It's roasting nicely in the oven as we speak. We have no intention of ever seeing you again. This will be the last time we ever speak. Don't bother contacting any of us anymore. We'll block you if you ignore our wishes.
Oh my God, you're really serious, aren't you? Is my son really abandoning me, his own mother, for you?
Tim loves me and Annalise more than anything. He lost any desire to have anything to do with you the moment he found out you tried to poison us. Unlike you, Tim cherishes his family and has a sense of right and wrong. Thank God he didn't take after you. What a nightmare that would have been. With that, the tradition of family Thanksgiving at Betty's house died out, and none of our relatives ever visited her again. To say everyone was disgusted with her for what she did would be an understatement. Some even suggested we should report her to the cops. Tim and I were happy enough to stop at cutting her out of our lives, so after washing our hands of the wicked witch once and for all, we left what to do with her next to the rest of the family. She's probably feeling very, very lonely now that no one wants anything more to do with her. According to one of my friends, who also happens to be her neighbor, she looks like she aged about 10 years in the last 3 months. I'm guessing it probably has to do something with the soul-crushing isolation and regret eating away at her. Apparently, she stopped leaving the house entirely except to take out the trash and is virtually a complete hermit now. Hopefully, she lives out the rest of her years wallowing in misery and despair, cooped up in that lonely house where she can't hurt anyone.
Hey there, Sarah. I was just messaging you because I heard that you came over the other day. Is that true?
Oh, hey there, Tina. Yes, actually, I did happen to go over to your house yesterday.
Well, don't you think that that's pretty mean of you to decide to visit while I was away on a trip?
Not only that, but I heard that you got taken out to eat at a pretty nice place, too.
I guess you all just wait to have fun together until after I leave, don't you?
Well, it was just that someone had a coupon for the place that was about to expire, so I think they were already planning on going to eat out. Besides, your mom is always trying to find ways to take people out and share experiences with them. Is it really so bad if I happen to go out and eat with my in-laws?
Well, I just hope that you enjoyed your steak dinner or whatever it was that you had. I just can't help but thinking that I should have been there in your place. Honestly, just what is my family thinking, taking you out like that and spoiling you? It's ridiculous.
I'm really sorry, Tina, but you were away on a vacation, like you said. I didn't know that you were out of town, otherwise I would have offered that we all go out and use my coupon. But I'll be sure to try and think of your schedule the next time I go over.
Well, you really just should have done that from the very start, you know? I mean, you're lucky that my parents are nice enough to not say anything about you. But I'm just sure that they were furious with you for coming over and not taking me out for dinner as well. So the next time you have the idea to take my family out to eat, don't forget about me.
Right, I will be sure to never do that again. I am really sorry for the confusion.
Oh, and just one more thing. I went on vacation this last time with my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. I hope the two of you had fun together.
Oh, you have no idea. It was just the best. I mean, we really went all out. We went to the beach, got in the ocean, enjoyed the hotel. I really don't think there was a single thing that we left undone. And then at our hotel, on the very last day of our trip, he proposed to me.
Oh, really? Well, that's really great news. Congratulations on that, Tina. I really mean that.
Thank you very much. I knew that he had something big planned out for the trip, but he just refused to tell me what it was. That reminds me, though, it's already the end of summer, so are you really not going to take a trip anywhere this year?
I actually really, really hate the hot weather, so the less I do in a season like this, the better. But I'm already thinking of some nice places to go to once it becomes fall.
Oh, Sarah, that really is just too bad. Do you know that?
What are you talking about? It's just that I don't like the heat and prefer cooler weather. Is that really so bad?
I mean, have you thought about what you're going to do when you have a child? Are you really just not going to take them anywhere because you might get a little hot?
Well, I wasn't really talking about traveling with a kid, but if I were to have a child of my own, then of course I would try to take them places that they would want to go.
So, then you're saying that you would even take them somewhere during the summer? Wait a second, I got it. I finally figured out what this is really about. The truth is that you don't have any money to go on trips, isn't it?
No, that really isn't it. Like at all. But if you're talking about how expensive it can be to travel in the summer, then you're right about that. I usually do try and aim my trips to not be during peak season so that they don't cost me an arm and a leg.
Well, if you're not traveling at off-season, then it must be because you can't afford to. After all, I know that you can't have that much money with the job my brother works. So I guess you really can't help it if you just can't afford to do anything. Though, I really just can't relate. My boyfriend, I guess I have to call him my fiancé now, is so rich and lets me do whatever I want.
Well, it sounds to me like you have a very kind and generous fiancé then.
That's right, he is my fiancé, and he's all mine after I marry him. Thank goodness I waited for the right person to come along before getting married. Unlike you with my lame brother. But then again, it's really no wonder why I ended up in the situation that I'm in. I guess my charm just naturally attracts the most successful and handsome men to me.
You know, I didn't just marry the first person who I happened to fall in love with, right?
What are you talking about? You were desperate to get married, and then you just rushed into what you're having now with my brother, right? I mean, we all know that you're not exactly a spring chicken anymore. It's pretty clear that you're just getting married so that people would stop feeling bad about you.
That really isn't what happened at all, and I'd appreciate you keeping your assumptions to yourself.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm just taking a look at the facts and telling you the conclusions that I'm coming to. Still, though, I can't believe that you wanted to get married when there was little money between the two of you. It was really quite irresponsible, no matter how you think about it. But what else can you expect from a rush job wedding like yours? You were probably moving so fast that you couldn't even think straight.
No, I mean, we already agreed that we would really just do things for a photo shoot, but that we didn't want some huge party or anything like that.
You're such a liar, and you're doing a horrible job of hiding it. Obviously, anyone with money would want to have a huge blowout celebration. I mean, what little girl hasn't dreamed of getting to have a huge wedding all about her? You're telling me that you really didn't want anything like that at all? That you were just fine watching everyone around you have wonderful weddings while you settled for what you and my brother had? The least you could do is fess up and be honest with me about this.
I really am just not the kind of girl that you think I am, I guess. But Toby and I were never going to have any other kind of wedding than the one we are going to. I guess there's just really not getting anything out of you, is there? I should have known that you would insist on living your fantasy world than just accepting what I'm saying to you. I have no idea what my brother ever saw in a lady as stubborn as you. He should have gone with someone that he really loved instead. Maybe he should have followed in my footsteps and waited more carefully. Maybe if I didn't do things the way that I did, then we wouldn't have ended up with someone as unique looking as yourself. Okay, well, I've had just about enough of all this, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get back to work now. You mean that you know that I've been right about all of this, and that's why you're running away? You've got nothing else to say to me. You're really just so pathetic sometimes, do you know that? The thing is that you probably actually do have to work, but that just proves my point about how poor you really are. Anyways, good luck with your job. I hope you can make enough money to do something more special for your wedding, huh? Hey there, Sarah. I was just wondering if you heard the big news from Toby. You mean about you getting married? Yes, I heard. That's very, very exciting for you. Well, you have to be at least a little surprised by all of this, right? I mean, can you believe that I'm going to be having my wedding at the same place as that celebrity? This is going to be just amazing. Yeah, it really is something, isn't it? I'm very much looking forward to the big day. I know, everyone is just going to be so jealous of me. It's the best feeling ever. I've already custom ordered my dress and everything too. This is going to be the best wedding that anyone has ever seen, and it's mine. Are you really sure about that, Tina? What do you mean, am I sure about that? Just why wouldn't I be sure about all of this, huh? I mean, it sounds like you're putting a lot of money into this wedding. Are you sure that that's a good idea? If you're asking me if I'm worried about being able to afford this wedding, then you have nothing to worry about, Sarah. My amazing fiancé, Mark, told me that he was going to be paying for everything, and that he wouldn't spare a cent if it was something that I wanted. Isn't that just amazing? He wants me to have the wedding of my dreams, so he didn't even give me a budget. He just told me to say the word and whatever I wanted was mine. You must be so jealous of me right now, huh? I'm not really jealous. Thanks for checking in, though. I just wanted to make sure that you thought everything was okay. But I am sorry if I was overstepping my bounds and being a bit of a worrywart. Oh, trust me, I really enjoy you giving me any opportunity to prove you wrong and brag about my wedding at the same time. It just really is a shame that you'll never have what I have. You were just too focused on getting married before me, weren't you? That really wasn't even part of our wedding plans at all, if you must know. Whatever. It is so obvious that you're just lying out of embarrassment right now. I know that you're jealous because I'm going to have my perfect wedding. Anyways, I hope that you've picked up something really special to wear to my wedding at least. Because, to be honest, I think we're going to have it at a place that wouldn't typically let in people like you. I see. Well, thank you so much for the heads up, but I've already chosen what I'm going to wear at the wedding. Whatever. Just make sure you take a shower the day of my wedding, after all. You're going to be sitting with my family since you're married to my brother. Just make sure you don't stink up the place. Anyways, I guess we'll see you at my wedding then. Make sure you bring us a wedding gift, if you can afford it. Hello, Tina. I'm sorry to bother you while you're busy getting ready right now, but I just had something that I needed to ask you really quick. What is it? Don't you know that I'm getting my hair and makeup done right now? Whatever it is that you want to talk to me about, just make it quick. Well, okay then. The thing is that I just arrived here and the usher is telling me that I don't have a seat at the wedding. I told them to check the table for close family where Toby would be sitting. But they even checked there and still said that they didn't have a record of any guest with my name. I was sure that I sent in my RSVPs, so I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yeah, I can clear this up for you. I've instructed the staff here not to let you in under any circumstances. Wait, what? I'm sorry, but why in the world would you do something like that?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I realized that I just couldn't have you at my wedding. You would just ruin the entire aesthetic that I was going for. Then again, I don't know what aesthetic you would even fit in, but either way, I wasn't about to suffer you being the background of all my wedding photos, ruining them. But you understand, don't you? I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be surrounded by pretty things when you get married. And one way you can ensure that is by not letting any ugly things or people in.
So you're telling me that you uninvited me to your wedding because you think that I'm ugly?
Is that not clear already?
I certainly hope that you didn't think that I thought you were beautiful or anything like that. I really just don't even know what to say to this. I mean, I spent a lot of money renting this dress for today.
I don't care if you had the most beautiful and expensive dress in the whole world. What would be the point of putting a pig like you in it and ruining it?
Did you really think that I was going to let you near my family on my big day? No way.
So why don't you just turn around and go home?
Are you sure about that? You really want me to leave right now?
Duh. That's literally what I just said, isn't it? Anyways, I already told you that I'm busy, so just leave. If all you're going to do is whine and complain about how you came all the way down here for this, then save it, because I don't want to hear it. I'm the star of today, and so if I don't want to talk to you, then there's no way that you can make me.
You really don't have a clue about what you're talking about, do you? Man, you're just an idiot, Tina.
Excuse me? Did you really just send that message to me on my wedding day? You're the idiot. You're just mad because I wasted your time and now you have to go home. But just beat it because I don't want to see you at all today. So tuck your tail in between your legs and just run away already.
I'm sorry, but if you think this is going to end well for you, then you are going to be sorely mistaken, Tina. You broke your promise, but if you really want, then I can still go home.
What in the world are you talking about? Have you gone crazy or something? I thought I already told you to go home and leave me alone. Why are you still texting me? You should know that this was always going to happen and that I was never once going to really give you a seat at my wedding.
Okay then, that's fine. I'll just have to collect my $50,000 then and I'll be on my way.
$50,000? What on earth are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about the money that I lent your husband to throw this wedding, of course.
Hold on a second. Seriously, what are you talking about? My husband didn't borrow a cent from you. You're crazy. And if you think he borrowed $50,000 from anyone, then you really have no idea what you're talking about at all.
There you go again, proving my point about just how stupid you really are, Tina. You have no idea that your husband was borrowing money from me to be able to throw your wedding. So what are you going to do now? Pay me back or make me go home?
No, seriously, what in the world are you talking about right now?
I guess maybe you should have a little chat with your fiancé about all of this. I'll go home and send you the invoice for your debt later, okay? Hey there, Tina. I just wanted to congratulate you on having your wedding the other day. Did you talk to your husband, Mark, about paying back the money he borrowed from me? I was just curious if you guys decided when you were going to be repaying me all of that back.
I don't know. It's not my problem because it's not money that I borrowed from you.
Well, you should know that I'm looking over Mark and I's contract here. He told me that in the event that he can't pay me back, that I can claim repayment in kind with his personal belongings.
This is all your fault. I was supposed to have the perfect wedding and you completely ruined everything. Do you know that?
I'm sure that I have no idea at all of what you're talking about right now, Tina.
Did you know that after the wedding, Mark and I got into a huge fight? He told me that I was asking for too much for the wedding, so he had to go somewhere for the money. He told me that this was all my fault. Can you believe him? I couldn't believe that he actually said that.
But now it seems like you think that all of this is really my fault instead, but I'm afraid that I've got nothing to do with this.
How can you say that when you demanded that we pay back the money right then and there? Why couldn't we just pay you monthly or something like that until we had paid everything off?
I guess you really didn't talk all that much with your husband about how this was done. After all, the reason why I demanded to be paid back immediately was because of the rudeness that you were showing me.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that when your husband borrowed the money from me, we had a very specific arrangement. I told him about how you were always rude to me and that I didn't feel comfortable lending him money for your wedding. But he told me that he would talk to you and make sure that you didn't keep up that kind of bad behavior towards me.
But he never told me anything like that at all.
Well, we included it in the contract that that was to be part of the deal for the loan. In fact, none of this would be happening right now if it weren't for you acting the way that you did towards me. I'm actually surprised that he didn't mention any of that to you at all.
But then that means that it can't be my fault. I didn't know anything, and it's all Mark's fault for not telling me about any of this sooner.
Well, you might have a point there. But a contract is a contract, and it would have never been made if you weren't asking for so much.
But, I mean, why in the world would Mark think to go to you and ask for money? Doesn't he know how much we dislike each other?
Well, you were insistent of having your perfect wedding no matter the cost, weren't you? You even told Mark that you'd divorce him right after the wedding if everything didn't go exactly as you pictured it, right? So he felt like he had no choice but to come to me and ask for a loan.
But that still doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would he go to you for money? He had other options like our parents or friends or literally anyone else.
I heard that both your parents turned Mark down. They said it was silly to spend so much money on a wedding. They were never about to give in to your crazy demands like Mark was.
But you told Mark that it would be fine if he paid you back a little bit every month, didn't you? Did you know that he didn't even come home last night?
Well, again, I think that you're going to have to take the blame for that one.
And just how is that my fault too? Why is everything my fault? Especially when you were the one sending Mark screenshots of our conversation. I didn't think that you were the kind of person to make fun of someone behind their back. I didn't think that you were capable of something like this at all.
Well, it sure is a good thing that we both learned about who we really are so early on, isn't it?
Sarah, please. I'm so sorry for all this. You have to forgive me. You have to know that I never wanted things to go this way.
Okay, and? What do you expect me to do in light of any of that, huh?
I just mean that I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about borrowing money that we didn't have from you. I'm sorry for calling you ugly, and I'm sorry for all the other mean things that I've said and done. Just please don't ask for us to pay you back all at once. There's no way we could do that.
Yeah, well, too bad, because that's what's happening.
You mean even after I said that I was sorry for everything, you're still going through with this? I thought that we were family. Why do you need all the money back right away?
What are you talking about? You don't think that we're family? You didn't invite me to your wedding because it would mean that I'd sit with your family. You only ever looked down on me the entire time that I've known you. And you think that I'll forgive you for everything because you ask for it?
Please, this is all just a big mistake. I really didn't even know that you made so much money. I mean, you didn't even have a wedding, but I thought it was because you couldn't afford it.
Well, it sounds to me like you were just seeing the world in the way you wanted it to be, not how it really was. But you brought this upon yourself. I'm not going to be changing my mind, and that's my final answer. After that, I heard that things only got worse for Tina and Mark and that they ended up getting a divorce. I have no idea what Mark was thinking, not talking to Tina about the conditions of his loan. I tried to be patient with him and give him warnings here and there, but maybe he was just too busy planning the wedding to really pay attention. But while he was doing that, Tina was busy getting him into deeper and deeper trouble with me. To pay back the money, Mark had to sell his car and many other possessions he owned. Since they were married, Tina was also compelled to cough up half the debt. Tina almost avoided paying her half, but when she told her parents about the divorce and what happened to cause it, they were furious. She had meant to ask them if she could live with them again, but they said only on the condition that she pay half the loan. What ended up happening instead was that Tina's parents paid for her debt, but they made her sign a contract agreeing to work to pay it all off. Tina's dad found her a job through one of his connections and shipped her off to an oil rig in the middle of the ocean. I haven't heard anything from them in months, and I prefer to keep it that way. When Tina's parents first agreed to pay her debt, I knew she had gone there to ask them if she could live at their house again. I was so worried that I'd never be able to spend time with my in-laws again since Tina would be there. But thankfully, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Claire, I'm sorry about what my sister did today. Especially when today was supposed to be your day off work.
You don't have to be sorry. I'll be fine. I'm sure that you're also pretty burnt out now, right? Good work today.
I may feel burnt out a bit, but really I'm just tired of having to do so much work. When it comes to Holly, you could say that she's just a bit too pushy. I really don't like to think of her as my little sister, rather my older sister.
Well, you do let her push you around a lot, don't you? But that's not always a bad thing when it comes to you. However, I do think that you should learn a little bit from the way she's pushing you around all the time.
Oh, so now even you're going to say stuff like that to me. Am I really that much of a pussy?
I'm not calling you a pussy when I say that. You are very considerate of others, and it's easy to ask for your help with anything. But one could say that you can be a bit of a pushover at times. Like today, you really just let Holly get away with pushing you around a lot, right?
Well, you're not wrong for calling me that, and so I have nothing else to say. She asked me to come over because she just had that divorce and wanted some time to talk. Yeah, once again, the moment she was around us, she began to ask me to do things for her. I cannot believe it.
What things did she ask?
Well, about that, it's really hard for me to say. You know about how Holly has her own daughter now, right?
She's 2 years younger than our daughter, right? I really haven't met her daughter that much, nor seen pictures of her. What's going on with her?
Well, my sister asked that I start to take care of her daughter for a little while. And I said that was okay.
Huh? What are you saying? I'm having a hard time believing that.
I'm sorry. I'm sure that you don't want to believe anything I just said. You know how Holly is a single mother now after the divorce though, right? I just want to help her and her daughter out a little while she's busy handling that. And I'm not going to be caring for her daughter forever, okay?
What do you mean she's busy with other things, though? I'm sure that right now things are pretty tough for her after the divorce, but you and I already have a daughter we have to care for.
And I'm very aware of that, but Holly really does have a lot of things keeping her busy right now. So I just wanted to help her out a little with her daughter.
Even if you want to help her out, what are we going to do? You yourself have a job that you need to go to, and I have to focus on both chores and working a part-time job.
And that's why what I'm saying about helping her care for her daughter will only happen occasionally. Holly has to go to work herself now, but she has her daughter go to preschool for most of the day. But if her daughter was to have a fever or something, she can't go to school. And when an emergency like that comes up, we'll be there to help take care of her daughter while she works.
So what you're saying is that we will focus more on helping her than our own family?
Well, just for a bit. After all, it's not like our daughter and the chores here take much work, right? And since her and I are both adults now, we can afford and understand helping one another every so often.
Who was the one that said that?
She did. But we're all adults, and so we need to worry about one another when there's emergencies. She's my little sister as well, so this is a must for me.
I can see that you're trying to make a good reason for this, but to me it just seems like she's taken advantage of you again.
Well, that's, I'm sure that you have every right to call it that. But I'm being serious when I say that I'm worried about her right now after the divorce.
You really are an easy pushover. I'm not going to say that I'm opposed to what you want to do, but you should come to me about it first before making a decision.
Well, is this okay with you?
I can't tell you no now, right? At this point, she's already expecting us to help her, and we should be a little bit considerate of her because of the situation she's in. And as for your mom and dad, they live pretty far away, so asking them to help out would be rough. This will only happen occasionally, right?
Of course it will.
Well then, I'm fine with us taking care of her daughter every once in a long while. But just be sure that you are around more for our daughter as well, all right? She was really upset today because you weren't around to go out and play with her.
I knew she would be. I really messed up, didn't I?
Make sure that you're always putting most of your focus on this family, okay? I don't like to say this sort of thing, but even though she is your little sister, she has a world of her own now and isn't part of this household. So make sure you're here more often to show our daughter you still love her. If you're able to do that more often for her, then I'm fine offering some help to Holly.
Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make sure that our girl still knows I care about her. Claire, I'm out of work now. I'm absolutely exhausted from today.
Good work, Ryan. You'll be coming straight home now, right? I'll make sure to warm up your dinner and have it on the table for you.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have to go straight to preschool now once I'm in my car. So you can just leave dinner in the fridge for me and I'll warm it up when I get home.
You're going to the preschool right now?
That's right, I have to help with Holly. It seems that she's going to be out late for work again. So until she's out of work and back home, I'll be taking care of her daughter.
Wait, again? It's already been 2 times now this week that she's had to stay late.
Well, now that she's single again, she has to work harder to make enough money for herself and her daughter. I know for a fact that she's trying her best right now to make her life right again.
I can see that, but you told me before that it would only be on occasion that we have to watch her daughter for her. Yet last week you had to go out twice to get her daughter and watch her, and this week it's already been another 2 times. I'm starting to feel that there will be even more times this week than last.
I can see why you'd say that. But she never really knows what time she'll be getting home from work at. And right now she's been talking to her boss about getting more time off to be home for her daughter.
Really?
Yeah, and until that happens, she asked the preschool to take care of her daughter for longer periods of the day. But when that's not possible, I have to be here to get her daughter and watch over her. Right now, the price of having her daughter be cared for all day by the preschool is also a bit high. So I think that her daughter might just have to leave preschool earlier and be with me.
I really want to understand that, but
I feel that right now the things going on with my sister and her daughter are causing you guys a lot of stress. But you understand that things are tough for my sister right now, right? So please.
Fine, then I'll come over there and help you out. That way you and I can work together to help out with her daughter, right?
Huh? You don't have to come here, Claire. I don't want this to be a problem for you any more than it already is.
But I feel that if you continue to deal with her daughter all by yourself, she's going to continue to ask you to do more things for her, right?
And I'm sure that she will ask me to help with some other things.
Right? That's why this time I'll come over there and take care of her daughter in your place. I think that would be great for our daughter as well, to go and see another girl around her age.
No. You really do not have to do that. I told you that I cannot let this become any more of a problem for you both.
But not having you around this house for multiple days a week is a problem. Right now, your daughter has been really lonely because her dad is never home. And by having us there with you, it'll be easier to watch Holly's daughter, right?
I know that you guys doing that would make things easier for me, but I still think it's not a good idea.
Why, though? I just want to come over and watch my niece with you. Is it so bad to have me come over and be there to help you out?
That's not really what I'm worried about, though. I think that Holly would hate the idea of that.
What would she be so upset about if I came over to help out?
Well, to her, she feels as though you're like a real big sister to her. And she's told me so many times now that she doesn't want to cause any trouble for you. So that's why this whole time I've been the only one coming to her house to take care of her daughter.
I understand how she feels, but with the way things have been, I'm not seeing a happy future. I get that she's your sister and all, but just because of that doesn't mean you need to keep sacrificing your wife and your daughter for her. If you don't want to cause any more problems for me, then maybe you should tell her no and come back to us.
But even if that's what you'd like me to do, I told you, it's impossible for me to say no right now. I know that you think that I can just get up and do something like that, but please just understand me and let things be.
Fine. But this weekend, you better be back home with us all day, okay? Our daughter is going to be giving a speech as part of her school project.
I know about that. That'll take place in the morning, right? I'll have work off that day, so you won't have to worry about me missing it.
This is a real promise from you, right? Right now, our daughter wants to have you there to see her speech, and she won't stop talking about it. I know that what's been happening has been tough for you. But don't you use your sister's situation as an excuse to stab our own daughter in the back on her big day. Holly, I have something I'd like to talk with you about. Are you okay with talking to me for a little bit? I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you in the middle of your workday. No, I just started my break, so this is the perfect timing to talk. And actually, it's really rare for you to ever contact me about anything. Did something happen that I need to know about? Well, right now, things are pretty tough for you over there, and so me saying something like this might not be okay of me, but, well, I have some things to talk to you about regarding your daughter. You probably know what that kind of stuff entails, right? You want to talk about my daughter? Wait, why would you want to talk about her? I'm sorry, but I have no clue what you're talking about that includes her. Well, then I'm going to spill it all out for you, okay? I'd really like it if you stopped asking my husband to help you care for your daughter so often. He has a family with his wife and daughter here as well that he needs to be around with. And having you ask him over and over each week to help you out is starting to become a problem over here. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Since when have I been asking Ryan to help me with my daughter? I'm really sorry, but I don't even know what all of that means. With what's been going on, you playing stupid is not going to fly, okay? Last week alone, you asked my husband to go over and babysit your daughter, right? And because of that, he never ended up coming to my daughter's speech that she had on the weekend. Do you not see how you always using him has really stressed my family out? Huh? Can you stop trying to joke around with me? I have never had my brother take care of my daughter for me. I may be single now after the divorce and have a lot on my plate involving my daughter, but I've been handling it all on my own. What are you talking about? Just a little bit ago, you asked my husband to go over to your house and watch your daughter, right? Are you really telling me that all of that doesn't ring any bells for you? He was just over there last night. But I'm telling you that I haven't ever had to ask him to watch her. Saying that he was here 3 times last week and how he was over last night, I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't even seen my brother in over 6 months now, Claire. So how has he been watching my daughter when I've known nothing about him? What? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I told him about the time when I was getting divorced and all that, but during that time he was busy with work and being around you guys, right? And so that's why I stopped talking to him after that. He never even got back to me about what I should do after the divorce, and I was left to fend for myself. But he told me that you asked him a bunch to go over and watch your daughter while you had other things going on. I told you just a second ago. Ryan has you guys now and doesn't worry about me. And I wasn't ever trying to get in the way of your guys' lives. I have friends of my own now around the neighborhood, so if I need someone to help me, I'll ask them. I see. Holly, I'm sorry for being so upset with you over something I didn't know well enough about. I should never have doubted what you said to me. So, my brother has been telling you all these things then? Well, I'd be worried as well if I had a husband telling me all of that. I'm not going to worry about what just happened. Thank you, Holly. But there's another issue now. What the hell has my brother been doing if not here taking care of my daughter? He's been lying to you so that he can stay out of the house for some reason, right? Yeah, it seems that way now. Claire, I'm sure you're not going to want to do something like this, but I think it's best that you take a look through his bags or his smartphone to see what he's been up to. And if you can do it with secrecy, try putting a GPS app on his phone that you can track to see where he's been going. So what you're meaning by that is that my husband could be cheating on me? That's a possibility, right? He has been lying to you to get out more, so I think that's a good enough reason to believe he's probably having an affair. After all, I've had that done to me by my ex before, so I know how it all goes down. And that's why you guys got a divorce? I'm so sorry. I've made you remember some things that I'm sure you wanted to forget. No worries. The only ones that ever did anything wrong were those that had the affair. So I'm sure that you don't want to dig into his lies any further, but you're going to have to do what you've got to do. And if you can get a lot of evidence of him having an affair now, later on will be a lot easier for you. Even if you don't want to have a divorce in the end, it'll be a whole lot better for you and your daughter if Ryan is gone. Thank you for the advice, Holly. You are completely right, though. I have to do all of this for myself and my daughter as well. But if it turns out he's not cheating on you, then things will be a lot less stressful, right? Well, if you have any problems or questions, don't be afraid to tell me. I'm a mother just like you now, so I want to be here to support you. Thank you so much, Holly. Ryan, are you not coming home again tonight? Our daughter's gone to sleep and all now, but...
I'm so sorry about that. Holly still hasn't come home from work yet, and I can't just leave my niece here all by herself now, right? So I think I'll have to stay the night here again tonight.
I see. That's too bad. Staying the night with your niece at a hotel is pretty dang tough.
Huh? A hotel? The hell are you going on about?
You know what I'm talking about right now are facts, right? I mean, right now my phone is showing that you're at a hotel.
Your phone's showing you that? What the actual heck is going on right now? I literally don't know how to follow what you're saying, Claire.
I had hidden all of this from you, but I had a GPS app installed on your phone so that I could track where you were going. Your sister asked me to do that. She made sure to let me know that it's best I get a lot of evidence of you cheating on me.
A GPS app? You're joking, right? Because, Claire, even though you and I are married, that's a bit... That right there is you crossing the line.
And you lying by saying that you were helping your sister by watching her daughter when you were really out having an affair is you crossing the line. Unless you think that cheating is totally acceptable when you're already married.
No, that's not what I meant by that. Anyway, what do you mean I'm having an affair? I'm not sleeping with any other women besides you.
Then why are you at a hotel at this time of night? I know that you're not watching after Holly's kid, so what are you doing there?
That's, I think there was some kind of error with your app that made it look like I was at a hotel. I'm telling you, I'm at my sister's house right now watching her daughter.
Really?
I'm serious. You already know about me, right? I'm a complete pushover when it comes to being asked for help. So why would I ever be having an affair when I have to help my sister?
But that doesn't make sense because both Holly and her daughter are at home with me. So how the flippin' hell are you watching over her daughter right now?
What? You're telling me they're with you?
That's right. When I found out that you were in a hotel, I called her and asked both of them to come here. If you don't believe me, would you like me to send you a picture of them? Holly is completely pissed off at you right now.
You're lying, right? Why would this happen? You've been doubting me this whole time?
I want to ask why you thought I'd never find out about this. You should have known that the moment I talked to Holly, she'd tell me the truth, right?
Well, I assumed that you and her weren't that close to one another. So I just thought you'd never talk to one another about this. Normally, you never talk to her, right?
Normally. But right now, things have been anything but normal for all of us. Did you think I'd stay quiet after you never showed to your daughter's speech?
This is awful. This means you're not thinking about divorce, right? When talking about having an affair, this was only my first time. And look, having an affair is something a lot of guys do at least once, right? So you shouldn't be too upset about me doing it one time.
I have heard people say that about men a lot, actually. And when you have a wife that can turn the other way when her husband does that, she is the real deal.
Right? An amazing wife for letting that happen. I'm glad you understand that. I was thinking I'd be so screwed for a second there.
But that has nothing to do with the kind of wife I am.
Huh? What the hell are you saying, Claire? You're not gonna forgive me for something like this?
If you're saying that having affairs is something all men do, then it's my job as a woman to make sure that my children are safe. And since you think that having fun with another woman is more important than your own daughter, I don't need you.
Are you being freaking serious right now? She's still in preschool, right? Do you not understand how hard it will be for you to raise her all on your own?
I think I'd prefer a life raising her on my own over being married to a man that doesn't love his family. But I'd rather have the struggle of being a single mother as long as my daughter doesn't have to worry about a cheating man being her father. If you understand how I feel, then get lost, Ryan. I will never be around to look after a man that thinks he can get away with cheating. After that, I gathered all the evidence of Ryan having an affair that I had and got divorced from him like Holly suggested. Because of all that hard evidence that I had, I was able to get a settlement from Ryan, full custody of my daughter, and he had to pay child support every month as well. And because what had happened to me was the same as what had happened with Holly, her and I became great friends that supported one another. I'm sure that if it wasn't for her being there back then to help me out, I would have never had the spirits to find that evidence and get rid of Ryan, and would still be stuck with him thinking about how he was sleeping with another woman. And even though I'm a single mother and no longer have Ryan around, I still make sure that when I have days off, I'm around my daughter all day and play with her nonstop. It is a really unfortunate thing that Ryan had cheated on me and totally forgot about our daughter, but because this all happened when she was still young, she'll never really have to remember him as being her father, and I'm so thankful for that.